Welcome to Love and Friendship. We're going to be reading a passage of mourning, and so the lightings, we're trying to give to you a lighting experience that goes along with what we'll be talking about. So this is my dear friend Sarah Brett. I'm Michael Coran, and we've been talking about the story of Abraham in Genesis. Abraham is asked by a loving voice to spread blessings to everyone. That means you and us. Yum. And we're trying to, all of us being children of Abraham, whether we're Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, or for atheists, the God we don't believe in is Abraham's God. But we've all come, this is the roots for everyone. And we're trying to understand how each chapter in this book can help us learn how to spread blessings wherever we go, right? And be a blessing. Yum, whatever that means. What does it mean to be a blessing, Sarah?
To spread good energy.
Well, that's spreading it, but what about being it?
To embody kindness and to
That's a lot already, to embody kindness. I can't just get away with being kind, huh? Too bad. What would it mean to embody kindness?
to feel it and to really believe and want to help others.
And really want to, not doing it to be a good person or something.
Correct.
Really, geez, I'm slowly learning at this advanced stage. Okay, so this is, you're named after Sarah. You really are. Mm-hmm. Really, really. And this is it for her. You want to read chapter 23? We've just come from Abraham almost sacrificing his son. We've understood it to be something of a psychodrama. He's got a lot of feelings toward his son. It's probably not his son. So he takes the kid and raises a knife over him. And at that moment, Isaac owes his name to Abraham, owes his life to Abraham. And so they connect as father and son. So you might need to do extraordinary things in order to connect with the people you want to, people we've been talking about that. Imaginative, out of the box, like the show, like the lighting. So after Sarah hears about that, however, they all survive it, and Abraham and Isaac are connected, which might be a gift to Sarah, since she wanted her son to get the blessings from Abraham. And Abraham's biological son, Ishmael, she threw out. So maybe it was a blessing to Sarah, even if she had to die of the news. That's my guess. Right? You die sometimes. She was old. She was around 50, which in those times was a ripe old age. So let's see what Genesis chapter 23 has to say about Sarah's death.
Sarah lived to be 127 years old.
Oh, so she lived a lot longer. We're dividing that by 2, because there's 2 harvests. So 127 harvests. Oh, she lived to a good 60.
62.
Yeah, yes.
She died.
And she had Isaac when she was 90, I believe. Or 45. So Isaac could have, who knows if she died right after this. She might have just gone and left Abraham and maybe made a life of her own.
Mm.
Oh, because she lived, because most people think Isaac was a kid. And if Sarah lived another, what did we say, another almost 20 years after she gave birth to Isaac,
Mm.
she lived at least Isaac certainly wasn't 20 when this happened, I don't think. Doesn't feel like it.
Mm-mm.
So she lived, maybe she had a sort of her own life. because she's in somewhere else. We'll see she died in another city from Abraham. Oh, I like it. So it wasn't an immediate death. Maybe it was a new life for her.
She died in Kiriath Arba, Hebron, in the land of Canaan. Abraham was very sad and cried because of her. After a while, he got up from the side of his wife's body and went to talk to the Hittites. He said, I am only a stranger and a foreigner here.
Oh, so he really was a stranger to where Sarah was.
Sell me some of your land so that I can bury my dead wife.
Wow.
The Hittites answered Abraham, Sir, you are a great leader among us. You may have the best place we have to bury your dead. You may have any of our burying places that you want, and none of us will stop you from burying your dead wife.
Oh, so maybe when they say among us, you're a great leader among us, maybe he was living there? Because this translation, which I trust because it's from a woman, this says, why don't you read this one?
Okay. Sarah's life was 127 years, the years of Sarah's life. Sarah died at Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron in the land of Canaan. Abraham came to bewail Sarah and to weep for her.
So Abraham came, so he was coming from another place. See, the many translations try to hide the real truth because it's a little too hard for them to handle.
Abraham rose and bowed to the people of the land, the Hittites. He said to them, if you truly want to help me bury my dead wife here, speak to Ephron, the son of Zohar, for me. Ask him to sell me the cave of Machpelah at the edge of his field. I will pay him the full price. You can be the witnesses that I am buying it as a burial place.
So it sounds like he knew this place, that he wasn't just coming, although it says here that he came. Why don't we read the
Yep.
Mary Phil Corsak's translation?
Abraham rose from the face of his dead.
That's so much more poetic and true and literal. This is a literal translation from the Hebrew.
And spoke to the sons of Heth, saying, I am a sojourner settled among you.
So it sounds like he was there. I always thought he wasn't. But to be honest, if it's settled among you, he's just not visiting.
Give me entombment property among you, and I will entomb my dead away from my face.
Wow. What do you make of that? I guess he doesn't want to sit.
Away from my face.
What do you make of it?
He's needing help with the burial. I think it's very. He's with her, and he needs help moving the body.
Oh my, even that.
What do you take it? How do you
Yes,
take
that.
it?
Maybe it sounds like it's hard for him to see her dead, which makes sense. And maybe that's a nice way of saying, yes, it's time. I've been crying over her body, and it's time to stop. Maybe we'll stick to this one this time. Okay? Is that right?
The sons of Heth answered Abraham, saying to him, Hear us, my lord. You are a Elohim's chieftain
Oh, a chief of
in our midst.
wow. So they knew him. I don't think, although it says Abraham came to bewail Sarah and weep for her, which made me, before this being with you, think they were living apart, like my father and mother. But this seems to indicate they said, you're living among us. So I don't understand how to put those two together.
I don't either.
Came to bewail Sarah and to weep for her. Maybe he was like my dad, visited from time to time, and then that's what it sounds like. Okay.
In the choicest of our tombs, entomb your dead. None of us will keep back his tomb from you for entombing your dead. So that is saying, please be choosy, and none of them will get in the way of the burial
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. Wow. They're bargaining here. Oh, well, you can have whatever you want.
Abraham rose and prostrated himself before the people of the land, the sons of Heth.
Wow. So he's bowing, and prostrate really means on the ground. That's what he said he was going to do when he was going to take Isaac up the mountain. Told the two lads, we're going to prostrate ourselves. So that's the way Muslims pray, you know. Put the head on the ground. It's quite a feeling.
He spoke to them, saying, if you are willing to entomb my dead away from my face, hear me.
Oh, he said the same thing again.
And treat Ephron, son of Zohar, for me.
Oh, so this is very strange. He knows the name. He might not know who the guy is, though. Maybe. Let's keep reading.
He shall give me the cave of Machpelah, that is his, at the end of his field. For the full price he shall give it to me in your midst for entombment property.
So he knew what was going on here. So it couldn't have been just coming here for the first time. If you need a more English translation, you can go back to that one.
Abraham agreed and paid Ephron in front.
Oh, no, I see. You can even read what went on before if you want.
So Ephron answered Abraham, Sir, the land is worth 10 pounds of silver, but I won't argue with you over the price. Take the land and bury your dead wife.
So what do you think of this?
They definitely, absolutely knew each other, Ephron and Abraham.
Oh, and they're bargaining.
And they're bartering, yep.
You can have it for free, but it's really worth it. So they're being very polite, but they're bargaining.
Yeah. Yep, that's... Abraham agreed and paid Ephron in front of the Hittite witnesses.
Oh, he doesn't even bargain. Wow.
I think he respected that he was willing to give it to him for free, so he then decided to pay the price.
Oh, my.
He weighed out the full price, 10 pounds of silver, and they counted the weight as the traders normally did.
Now, if you remember, when Abraham gave Sarah away, they had quite a poly relationship. The king, Abimelech, gave Abraham 1,000 pieces of silver. Thank you for letting me take your wife. So what is this, just 10?
Just 10 pounds of silver.
Oh, 10 pounds of silver. I wonder how many, I don't think this one says 10 pounds.
And this says, for the full price.
Oh, 400 shekels, we're told.
Okay.
And I think Abraham, when he gave Sarah away, or let her be taken, and how much? 25 pounds.
Oh, wow.
1,000 pieces. So this wasn't that much.
10 pounds is 400 shekels.
Yes, it's 400. So he got more giving her away than he had to pay for burying her.
Good point. So Ephron's field in Machpelah, east of Mamre, was sold. Abraham became the owner of the field, the cave in it, and all the trees that were in the field. The sale was made at the city gate, with the Hittites as witnesses. After this, Abraham buried his wife Sarah in the cave in the field of Machpelah. So Abraham bought the field and the cave in it from the Hittites to use as a burying place.
And that's it. Is that it?
That is it.
So finally they get a little land. This is the first time he was promised this whole land of Canaan. It's the first time he got a little piece. So what do you think? At least he was honoring your namesake, yes?
Definitely. And it felt right that he paid money for it. He didn't just take it for free.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Just out of
Yeah.
respect.
And also, because they could have taken it back too. Maybe he was hoping because he was just an immigrant to be taken advantage of. Any other feelings about this?
I thought it would. I think it's beautiful. I think it's nice.
I love that, what you said.
It's just respect and peace.
And sad that
And,
she's gone.
and very sad.
He really cares for her. Right, he could have said, big deal, she's dead. What's next?
Okay.
No, I mean, he could have said that.
Yes.
He hasn't. He really, they had a tough time. Like my parents. My mother remembered my father fondly. Despite my father, when they were in their 60s, I think I was there. Or maybe I just took it in so deeply. My father says to my mother, honey, why did we waste 40 years of our life fighting? It's very nice in a way. It's a hard question. So I can feel for Abraham and Sarah. I like to look at it as a challenging love story. One of my friends, Elizabeth, went to one of the famous writers of romance novels. And she said the formula for romance novels is a likable heroine to overcoming impossible obstacles. A likable heroine overcoming impossible obstacles. And they did it. I'm not sure they're a likable couple. Do you think?
I thought they were very likable.
You're kinder than me, though. What was likable about them?
They worked together. Even, Sarah would turn to Abraham and say, you know what? I felt Abraham gave her a voice and a lot of space. And back then, I can't imagine that was the norm.
Oh. Even though, you wouldn't be a fan, he let her be taken by kings twice. It's not your hobby.
No. It's interesting. He gave her, he let her, I don't know, he just told her, I trust you to protect yourself.
Well, he let her
He kinda
be
just
Hagar, though.
Yep, yeah,
These are like the stories that you've been telling me about
yeah.
these polyamorous communities. But you like her anyway?
I like both of them.
She gave him away too? Okay, I have the slave. Take her. Then even ask the slave.
Yeah.
And then beat the slave because the slave was looking at her badly. And you still like Sarah.
I do. What about you?
Well, you're helping me, but he respected her big time.
That's why I think it's the respect that
Although he gave her away twice.
Yeah.
So he both respected her. The first time he asked her to say, you're my sister. It turned out she didn't say it. Pharaoh said, "Why did you tell me?" So, I mean, it reminds me of my family, of course, my parents. I had a friend who his wife said to him, after 10 years of marriage and 2 sons, she says, after they make love, "I think we should have an open marriage." And he was very hurt. She went out with someone she was interested in, which lasted 1 date. After he was hurt, he went out with one of his colleagues at the law firm and married her. She wasn't nearly as nice as his first wife, however. So what? Why am I telling you this? Well, this is what Abe and Sarah do. This is what my parents do. And
So you can respect each other even if you don't always treat each other that well.
although it was an open, nothing was sneaky. With my friend, my lawyer friend, with my parents, it was, well, as someone said, between lovers, there's no secrets, just things they don't tell each other. Everybody knows. So, I mean, I don't want it, they're not just a loving couple. I maybe in some ways respect them more, reminding me of my parents and my relationships, that they stuck it out in their own way. And he didn't have to bury her. Didn't have to pay money. He's going to be buried next to her. This is, I think, a great love story. They never use the word. The first time love is used is when Isaac gets married and goes to live in Sarah's tent. And it says Isaac loved Rebecca first time. He was hurting so much. He was so open he could love. We'll get there soon. So maybe, I don't know about you, you're maybe more honest about these, but you still respect their marriage, huh? Even though they do things you don't approve of, big time.
Definitely.
And you do. You have 30 seconds to tell us more why.
I think because there is true love between them. I think I've heard plenty of stories, and I question whether there is true love between some of these couples that I know. But with this and the burial and caring and showing up, there's true love.
On that
They
happy
felt very
note,
deeply.